stop recording, so I'm assuming that now it is recording.
Yes.
So usually when things say that stop...
It's counting up.
Yeah, it's counting upwards. That's one piece of evidence. It's counting upwards. And the other thing that says it's recording says stop recording. But my dad's really confused by stuff like this. In my Mustang, there's a button that says traction control off. And he thinks that when you hit that button, it turns it on. I'm like, no, Dad. The traction control is on by default, and when you hit that button, the traction control is turned off. That's why the button says track off.
I've seen this phenomenon before. It's people are thinking that off is a acronym for on full force.
Welcome to Unitedcypher presents. We're just sitting around and talking about bullshit. My name's Evan, and this is D Hart.
Hello.
You've probably either seen us on other things on this website, or this is the first thing you've seen of us, and I'm really sorry. Really sorry. I learned a valuable lesson. If you're going to shave, especially before you do a webcast or whatever the fuck you want to call this bullshit, you make sure you wash the ice cream off your face before you shave. Because if you don't, you'll get like razor bumps and you'll start to bleed, and you get sugar like stabbing in your face, like little badger fingers, whatever badgers have on their hands.
Claws.
They have badger claws, like badger claws in your pores, and it hurts. But I'm doing it for the love of my own personal freakish appearance and the fact that I don't want to look like a scumbag on the internet. So we're talking about, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Like we used to kind of banter about things that are in the news, I guess you could say. In the news. If you can say anything we talk about, it's actually news. It's not.
No.
No, it's bullshit. Mostly bullshit, but it's fun. Occasionally make each other laugh, and that's kind of the point of this, right? Keep us from going crazy. Yeah. So speaking of crazy, Shannon Doherty, education connection. She's getting a degree online. Tell me about this.
Okay,
what's that?
You may recognize Shannon Doherty from the 90s.
Yeah. She was a crazy person on 90210, right?
Yes.
Right. That was her debut thing.
She's been commercialing for a website where you can get your degree online, which it seemed normal enough up until the end where she says, and that's where I'm getting my degree. Like, she's actually doing it.
Anyone actually believe that she's getting an online degree? Why would a famous actress ever need to get a degree online? Couldn't she get like an honorary degree? And I used to be a bitch on TV somewhere. Like, what'd you call it? A
bachelor's degree.
A bachelor's degree, yeah. Can you just get an honorary bachelor's degree somewhere? I mean, for real.
Well, obviously...
Even Alec Baldwin's stooping to commercials now, man. It's like everybody's going for fucking broke. Like one last big chunk of money before TV explodes.
I think Alec Baldwin's going for the big cash out.
Yeah, but that's what they're all doing. This is her way of doing it, the online education.
I think she might actually be in a bad spot.
Really? Well, she's
doing a commercial. She's doing a commercial, and she says she's getting her degree online.
Right. There are a lot of people whose careers haven't gone as good since Mallrats. But for some people, that was like their best movie. I love Kevin Smith movies. Don't get me wrong, but that may have been Ben Affleck. That may have been Ben Affleck's best movie was Mallrats. I have to say that. Have you? I mean, maybe Good Will Hunting is good, but for real, may have been his last good movie. That's not for us really to say.
I'm
though.
Not sure. I don't know.
We talk a lot about movies, and we have a segment where we do
I really
movies.
like Daredevil.
Okay, so
I don't mean that.
Another thing that you brought up, because I apparently don't do any research for anything we do or do any work whatsoever. I'm basically worthless, but it's cool. Hulk Hogan is advertising.
Super beta prostate.
So this is something to make you like if your load shooter's getting saggy, it gives you an extra like you can pee a little further.
Well, so you don't have to pee as often. It's like in the commercial, it's like, you know what, brother, Hulkamaniacs, I was getting up too often in the night, having to go. That's when I decided to pulverize my prostate.
He did not say pulverize.
No, he didn't say prostate. That was me being funny. Or trying, anyway.
Well, you succeeded at least at that point. I've had a little bit to drink today, I'll be honest with you, but it is after 5, so I think I can condone it. As long as it's after 5 p.m., it's okay. I've read stories on where people are going back to day drinking now, though, because their lives are so stressful, you know.
I'm gonna pile drive my prostate.
With this beer at lunch. I'm gonna go home and take my vitamins, brother. Love Hulk Hogan, too, by the way.
I'm gonna squeeze my prostate between these 24-inch pythons until it fucking pops.
It sounds like you're making it sound like Hulk Hogan wants to pop his prostate like a zit. He's like, well, pop it, brother. And Randy Savage comes around the corner. He's like, oh yeah.
Comes flying off the top rope, aimed at Hulk Hogan's prostate.
Right. Big ups to Randy Savage. We miss you, bro.
Yeah.
Big ups, buddy. One of the best workers in the business. And the only man that could hold down Lady Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth. Oh man, we were alive in the 80s. Okay, we had other stuff we want to talk about. You wanted to come out and endorse a political candidate for write-in, because obviously, I don't know. I know a few people that want to vote for Romney and
Let
Obama.
me just explain.
Okay, who are we supporting? Who do you want to support?
I would like to officially endorse Vermin Supreme.
Vermin Supreme. Remember the Pony Party?
The Pony Party.
Yeah, does it change every year? I think it does. This year,
I'm not sure.
He wants to give everybody a pony if you vote for him. Everybody gets a pony. It's a pony-based economy.
It's a pony-based economy.
Right.
You're going to need your pony everywhere you go because it's a pony identification system.
See, even you talking about it is funny. And you can look up this guy's videos on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Vermin Supreme. We'll put down the words at the bottom of the screen. We'll put up his website address too, because it's at least worth investigation for the sake of comedy, because it's really funny shit, the things he says. And he glitter bombs people, and that's awesome. Like, especially the people he's glitter bombed. Give me a couple of the ones.
It's just, I can't remember all the names.
Let's
I
come
remember
famous ones. Come on.
It was a who's who of assholes.
A who's who of assholes. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, glitter bombing, Vermin Supreme is infamous.
All
for
this
it.
is on Wikipedia.
It's all on Wikipedia. It's all on YouTube. Just look it up. Vermin Supreme, awesome guy. You should write him in for. If you're not writing in Ron Paul, like a lot of people probably will or whatever, you should write in Vermin Supreme.
I think they're more likely to count my vote for Vermin Supreme.
Really? Oh yeah, definitely. Ron Paul's been besmirched by a lot of media and stuff. And personally,
it's like, oh, what's this?
Okay, I'll come out as I'm not an ex-Ron Paul supporter, because I still think he's a decent human being. And I've seen a lot of video that says he comes out and supports, important causes and says, oh, we shouldn't be, invading countries just because we want their oil. And people are like, oh, you're stupid, you're crazy. But there's also a lot of weird stuff about he likes gold a lot. Like, just the idea of gold.
Gold!
Gold! He's like a magical, little
it all goes
guy.
back. It goes back to the Stephen Colbert joke that if you guess his name, he'll die.
Yeah, he's like Mr. Mixelplex or something.
No, Ron Paul Stillskin.
Oh, God. Yeah, Colbert, we always really like him. But, I used to support Ron Paul, and now I just don't know. I don't trust anybody. Because every president that's got elected has always, they'll say one thing, and as soon as they get elected, it's like, oh, I changed my mind. We need all this stuff and these laws that were on the books, so we just need those. Yep, need that. Give Wall Street a bunch of money, give banks a lot of money. No, can't support any of it. I take the George Carlin position. I'm done with politics. Done. It's fun to pontificate about, but it's bullshit. It's sports and suits, brother. It's the WWE. We're going to change America. We're going to read off prompters, and we're always going to sell you shit. That's the Obama approach. He just yells everything. GottaVote.com or whatever. Yeah.
America will be defeated in a steel cage match this Sunday.
I will elbow drop its prostate into oblivion.
We should take a break.
Yeah.
Carl Weathers responded, I asked him, I said, why did you do this movie? And he said something about
he really liked horses.
So
a lot.
Yeah, I don't know whether they paid him in horses.
Get back in the house. You gotta do your chores. I know I like cheese, but I like weekends. Oh yeah. I don't like turkey, but I love chicken. Oh yeah. I smell a dick and you look like one. Oh yeah. I found my bullets. Now where the fuck is my gun? Yeah, you gonna die, motherfucker.
Tune in next week on Internet as you see some kung fu shit with a cat! Yes, that's right, there'll be cats doing weird fucking shit all over the goddamn place. Get tired of cats? Check out some fucked up scribbly face thing that someone drew on 4chan! Check it out on Internet. Monday nights, Tuesday nights, every fucking night. Internet!
Unitedcypher does not endorse nor condone use of the internet in any way, shape, or form. Using the internet may harm your spleen, colon, or perhaps even your esophageal tube. So please, use the internet with caution. Also, I have worms.
Gutsy!
Hey, get back to work.
Really, that's the only main difference. But the situation is where someone comes up with a hypothetical situation and we have to respond to it. We just have to respond to it. It doesn't have to be funny because most of the time it's not. But we just have to try. And it's like that, and then that's the purpose of life, guys. We got to keep trying, man. We just got to keep on moving. Keep on keeping on. So yeah, hypothetical situation, aka the situation.
Which we can officially take now that show's been canceled.
Yes, thankfully, we can use the situation with pride now because it doesn't represent some dude who's like, hey.
We outlasted it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We've outlasted Jersey Shore. We have no viewers or listeners, but at least we've outlasted them in terms of longevity. We
Yes.
stood the test of time because...
Who's laughing now?
At least we're entertaining ourselves, folks. Okay, so, the situation. God, why do we have to come up with one? Why can't we just why can't there be a hypothetical situation generator on the internet? Someone get to work on that. Boffins, internet boffins, make that shit happen, please. Google, they could probably do it. They're gonna make cars that drive themselves. So if they can do that, they can definitely just make a silly thing like a hypothetical situation generator.
Of course, they would also have something that would generate the answer for it.
Oh, well then it's just
I know.
It's just masturbation at that point.
I know.
It's like Slash Solos. Like, oh, I'm tired of this. Okay. I'll just do it. I have no good ones. Fuck. I have no good ones at all.
It's okay. I have bumpers for this.
Oh, I know. I just want to. I like the idea of us just falling apart on camera. I think that's entertaining. That's almost more entertaining than being good. But anyway, well, let's see. All right. Oh man, I just had the best idea, and it's based on a terrible movie that I don't think one of our sister programs, Motion Picture Meltdown, one of my favorite podcasts in the entire world. Wish they would do a video version. Oh, how I wish they would.
Although you can listen to it on YouTube.
Yes, you can. You can go to our channel, Unitedcypher.com. Check it out. I'm delaying now because I obviously don't have a hypothetical situation, except I do. Okay. So you go to the shopping mall, all right? And this you is anybody. It can be you at home. You can imagine your response to this too. And if you want to write in and tell us about it, go to this video and comment on it. Tell us what your answer to the hypothetical situation might be. It's based on a terrible movie too. That's what makes me excited about it. You're walking through the mall and you pass a store that sells ladies' clothing, and like, okay, let's just be honest. It's ladies' lingerie. It's like you walk past Victoria's Secret, and sorry. You out of the corner of your eye, as you walk past one of these really hot mannequins, you know, they got the nipples, like you see their nipples through they kind of point out, and like, that's kind of hot. Why do they have to do that? Anyway, you walk past and you think you see her kind of blink, and you're like, what? No. And then you kind of look closer and you realize she's like a mannequin, but she's alive. Like that movie Mannequin.
Like that movie Mannequin.
Where that dude falls in love with a mannequin.
You could have completely made that so much shorter by saying, okay, if you were a mannequin, what would happen?
I had to try to add some like illusion to it. It's not tricks, they're illusions, Mike. Okay, so what would you do if she was hot for you? Like you went up to her and like you kind of slipped her your number, and somehow she used her mannequin fingers to call you on your space age phone, and then would you hook up with her? Would you hook up with the mannequin?
Okay, hold on. I need a little clarification because usually the underwear mannequin doesn't have any arms and legs.
These are the full body mannequins, and they look like just like a model hanging out. But she's like real, but she's not real. But you're like the only person that can see her is real. Like you activate her. So your machismo activates her livelihood. I don't know. Just go.
Oh, all right. What I do is I wait until after the first of the year. I sign up for health insurance and I go get a fucking brain scan. Because that is because I would know that I was insane. You know? I would definitely think that. It's like even in the realm of the mystic where, you know, this could happen to some random Joe. It's not going to happen to me.
You can say a lot of things about Mike D. Hart, and most of them are positive, but you can definitely say this is a very smart thing to do.
Yes. Brain scans all around.
You got to make sure you're not crazy first. Because if you see a talking mannequin and you kind of want to, and you go as far as think, man, I'd like to maybe finger her in the back of a car somewhere. If it gets to that point, you should probably get yourself checked out first. Just make sure the beans aren't getting on too hard.
I mean, if that comes back okay, go ahead, nail that fucking mannequin.
Nail it. You would date her. Would you date the mannequin? Would you get married to the mannequin? Would you have children with the mannequin?
Well,
for real.
For starters, I don't know if that's possible. Any
You
of
have,
those?
like, plastic babies.
I don't know if you could, one, marry a mannequin, or two, have children with a mannequin.
Let's just say you could. Let's just say that you could, and she liked the same bands that you liked, and for real. Let's just say that's possible. Would you take it that far?
Well, assuming that everything is perfect, then yeah, why not? I mean, you've got a chick that will never age.
That's a good point. That's kind of akin to my fantasy of being a space pirate and having like an android body and an android girlfriend. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That totally signed me up for that shit. Especially if I can fly around in Millennium Falcon, in a Millennium Falcon. If I can fly around in a Millennium Falcon and just kind of whoosh around and get robot sex, it's all good. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm totally signing me up for that.
Of course, you probably have to, for her to do that, you'd probably have to agree to become a mannequin, which involves, several sacrifices.
Why wouldn't she become a real person instead of you becoming a mannequin? What the fuck is wrong with you? You need a brain scan
People
now.
die. Mannequins live forever.
All right. I declare that to be the end of your response.
Okay.
You took it to almost like a Planet of the Apes like height there at the end of it, like mannequins will rule the world. My offspring will rule this day. And I had to take it there. I had to push it with the yes, you can have sex with a mannequin and procreate with one. Sorry, but yeah, that's a weird situation. First of all, I would not get the brain scan. I don't care if I'm crazy. Don't give a fuck. As long as I can rationalize having sex with what most people think is an inanimate object, but to me actually functions and moves and talks to me, fuck it. Crazy people talk to their dogs all the time. They're okay until they like explode.
Okay, would you buy the mannequin though? Would you buy the mannequin from the store?
I don't think I should have to buy it. It's love, man. I would just break her out of. She's imprisoned. She's basically naked all day, being forced to model clothes. Break her, set her fucking free, man. Set her free. Break the window, take her.
Let's modify this just a little bit.
You're modifying my situation?
Yeah, I mean, just to clarify your liberation.
Okay.
Okay.
It's called theft, man.
Let's say that instead of a mannequin, she's one of those dolls that looks like a person that you have sex with.
See, there's nothing mystical about it.
But she's also alive.
I would do it.
You would buy her or steal her?
I would probably pay for it, but I'd still feel really dirty about it. I don't want to pay for sex. That's one thing, unless it was like a pro, and I wasn't married or in a relationship or whatever, I would consider visiting a prostitute, but only where it's legal. Definitely would. I mean, why not? They're professionals. I want to meet a professional fucker. I want to meet that. That would be amazing.
I think they should legalize medical prostitution. Strictly for medical purposes.
Yeah. Well, they used to have comatoriums, so they make old ladies jizz everywhere, so whip out the old crazy wooden vibrator on them. So, yeah, I mean, there should be like a sex robot place where everybody, that's Japan 5 years from now. I mean, if you've seen some of the Japanese robots, man, they're crazy.
What do you mean 5 years?
No, I mean they'll be like semi-autonomous, and they'll have nice
they'll know
gyros.
all the moves.
Yeah, they'll be programmed with the fucking Kama Sutra and be like, "Hey, party for my penis,"
and then no more civilization.
Well, I mean,
that would be a good end, though.
I think that
would be
anyway.
a happy ending.
So your scenario ends in
happy ending. Come on.
Oh God, fuck.
All apocalypses don't have to be negative.
Right. You could just be drowning in debt and spending all your money on cyborg pussy and smoking all kinds of space weeds.
No,
space Japanese.
You just
critters.
get one, and then the whole economy collapses because no one's going out and buying any money. Nobody's spending money.
They're spending it on robot vagina.
They spend it once, and then the guy who has all the money is like, "What the fuck am I gonna buy?"
I don't have to impress a woman. I don't have to build a house or
I've
buy
already
a car.
got.
I got a robot vagina.
Exactly.
I've got a girl at home that loves me no matter what I do, and she's programmed.
And then there's no more people.
Yeah, exactly. Love is an important thing. I feel. I think that meeting the right person would be amazing. But as long as people are just going to bitch at me for doing what I want to do, fuck them. That's why the mannequin dream is so beautiful. No back talk. People are willing to listen to you.
Is 1 really the loneliest number in binary? I would think it would be 0.
Oh my God. Awful. It's just awful. What a show. But there's just one more thing. Just one more little thing. Apple talked about their spectacular new iPhone today. The iPhone 5. Even though it's the 6th phone they've released, it's iPhone 5. I don't really care about the semantics of it. I don't care why they named it that. It looks neat. It's thinner. Guess what? It's thinner. It's twice as fast. It's twice as blah, blah, blah. It shoots you. It'll jerk you off while you watch Wapner, and you don't have to feel dirty about it because it has a female voice that'll talk to you. It's okay. Going to sleep mode. I'm sure that's been built into Siri very soon. Yeah. It's your future cyborg girlfriend. The brains of your future cyborg girlfriend, your iPhone 5. It's coming.
You just strap it to a mannequin. Have at it.
Boom. Bada bang. But yeah. Wow. I'm a fanboy a bit, but I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I don't like shit. I've bought Android devices. I've used Android devices. I like Google. I use a lot of their services. We're recording this show to a Google service right now.
Yeah.
Please don't kill us, Google overlords. Yeah. Anyway, but I just don't see a reason to update it. Like this thing works. It works like really well. The 4S, it's the best phone I've ever had, and I don't need an upgrade. I can already shoot 1080p video. I just have to hold the goddamn thing still or put it in a tripod, which I'm smart enough to know how to do. So I don't need stabilization. I don't need a half an inch longer screen. I just need this because it works. I've dropped it a bunch. I haven't cracked it. It just does what it does. You like your iPod Touch because it does exactly what you need it to do. And you can sort of do work in it, like draw and write your book like you did somehow.
Yeah.
And you didn't sit there and just type your book, right, with your thumbs. You did most of it on
most of the stuff I did
on
the iPod was for the illustrations.
Oh yeah, but it's good for that. That's why I want the iPad Mini. I'm not gonna buy the iPhone 5 until this falls apart, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. I wish it would just comedically exploded in my hands right now, but it didn't. Thank you for that, Apple. But I'm just not compelled to buy it. It looks neat, and the new iPod Touches look neat. The new Nano looks like kind of ugly, but really, I'm just not compelled. Sorry, I'm just not yet. Not until this thing explodes. So probably next year when my contract's up anyway. Oh yeah, there'll be $100 then, and I'll have the iPhone 5S, and it'll give you a nice hot rub down after a long hard jog on the city streets.
You'll be able to strap it onto your chest and it'll form Voltron.
It'll actually be a little, if you attach it here to your heart, it'll spin, and you'll have like one of those little Tony Stark motors that you can power a suit of armor off of. This is the future heart of your futuristic Iron Man armor, guys.
You'll have an app that can control your pacemaker.
This is it. Well, they can already, you can use this thing to fly RC planes, drones even, home drones. Control cameras.
Homegrown drone.
My friend Nate uses it to monitor security at the bar he works at. I mean, it's crazy. You can do anything with this already. Why do you need some coupons? So I don't know. Why do I need coupons for? I don't even use a credit card. I still pay for the bill for this and do all the other crap. So, sorry. I love my iPhone 4S. That's all I need. I do like the iPhone 5, but incremental upgrade. As all the nerds online would say, incremental upgrade, it's not that good. I hate everything Apple does. They're a bunch of assholes. They come out at night and steal and suck your blood while you're asleep. They're evil vampires. Yeah, Google does the same shit. Every company does. They all sue each other and all this bullcrap. Who cares? If you like their shit, just use it. That's why I'm using this until it dies. Yeah, and that's it. See you guys next week or whenever the fuck we decide to do something like this again. I'm Evan, Mike, D-Hart.
Yes.
D-Hart. And cut that back in there. See ya. End of the show. I had to lean in because of the position.
My name is Travis, and I want to say goodbye to you.
He doesn't say.
He doesn't say bye. I'm just gonna dub in you saying bye without your. Just say bye. Just say bye.